Hello, Namaskar. This is Firstpost and you're watching Vantage with me, Palki Sharma. Donald Trump has fired off a new letter to NATO. It is loud, full of capital letters and exclamation marks. And there's a clear demand. He wants every NATO member to stop buying Russian oil, and he wants 50 to 100% tariff on China. The letter, interestingly, leaves India out. But Trump's silence on that front is just as striking as his threats. So now allies are left scratching their heads. What does Donald Trump really want? And where does this leave America's partners? Tonight we'll decode this letter and tell you about the confusion it has sparked. While global capitals debate Trump's latest statement, the US is raising a fresh complaint about India. Why don't you buy our corn? A top US negotiator is visiting New Delhi. His visit could restart stalled trade talks. We will look at what's on the table and how far both sides are willing to go. Also on the show, how Vladimir Putin is testing NATO with drones. In less than 1 week, Russian drones have been sighted over 2 NATO members. Why India should have refrained from playing Pakistan in the Asia Cup. How London plunged into chaos over the weekend over immigration. West Asian powers are discussing an Arab NATO. Is the idea realistic? Why China is cracking down on Nvidia, the world's biggest chip company, and how the job market is turning into an AI nightmare. All this and more coming up. As always, the headlines first. Nepal's interim Prime Minister unveils her new cabinet. As the Himalayan nation seeks to restore order, the previous government was ousted by youth-led anti-corruption protests. More than 70 people were killed in the violence. It was the worst unrest since Nepal abolished monarchy in 2008. Bangladesh's reform charter hits political roadblocks. The interim government says that parties have largely agreed on it, but divisions remain over the legality of the charter itself. Critics argue that it cannot override the existing constitution. The charter proposes a 2-term limit for prime ministers and expands the powers of the president. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio says Washington will support Israel in achieving its goals in Gaza. Rubio is currently in Israel. Tomorrow he will be traveling to Qatar, a key US ally in the region. Rubio's trip comes just days after Israel attacked Hamas leaders in Doha. The Prime Ministers of Hungary and Sweden spar over organized crime. Hungary's Viktor Orbán accuses Stockholm of not pursuing criminals who exploit minors. The Swedish Prime Minister calls the remark outrageous lies. He claims Orbán is desperate ahead of the upcoming Hungarian election. And South Sudan's opposition calls for mobilization of forces. This is to carry out a regime change. This comes after their leader was put on trial for treason. In 2018, the president and his long-term rival agreed on a power-sharing deal which has been unraveling for months now.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karj mo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
Yon todo do idioma.
Portuguese,
Por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select the language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.